Hi everyone, it's Brittany, and today we are going to be talking about the most important thing that you will ever hear. Imagination is the only reality. Let me say that again. Imagination is the only reality. Now, what is imagination? It's your inner world. It's God. It's I am. It's you. So many people think that they're the physical body, the 3D character with the thoughts and the feelings and the apparent 3D circumstances. Nope, that's not who you are. The body is your manifestation, your 3D character that plays out who you say you are in imagination. So this is why when you're identified with the character, believing that it is you, you feel like it's such a struggle. You feel like you have to control the thoughts or control the feelings or control the circumstances. And that's not the case. When you know and accept that the character is simply just your creation, the thoughts and feelings within that character have absolutely no power. So when I say, for example, that everyone is you pushed out, well, that means that your character and every other character and thing in the 3D experience is your imagination pushed out. They all only appear as you imagine them to. So again, when I say that nobody has free will in your reality, that's because your reality is imagination. Nobody and no thing can reject you in your imagination. When I say time doesn't exist in your reality, that's because at any given moment, you're able to experience any point in time, quote unquote, because there is no time in imagination. Imagination is reality, and the 3D is the screen where it's being projected. The 3D is literally for entertainment only, okay? It will never, ever fulfill you. It's simply the character's way of experiencing its 5 senses. But in order for the 3D character to experience anything, it must first be fulfilled within by the source, also known as you. I am. Now, I know a lot of you will say, yeah, I completely understand all of that, but I don't only want it in imagination. But it's been X amount of time and I still don't have it. But he's doing this or she's saying that in the 3D. Okay, guys, let's stop. Let's just stop for a moment. Understanding and accepting imagination as the only reality is not about using your imagination as a means to an end to get something in the 3D. It's about realizing that it is the end. It's all that there is. And you guys know that I always say there's nothing wrong with wanting to enjoy your 3D experience. After all, that's why we're having the human experience, right? But there is a major difference between enjoying it for entertainment versus needing it to provide you with some sort of freedom or validation or security or love or happiness or whatever it is. I promise you that in all of the possible forms out there, which are infinite, that are available for you to experience, they will never ever provide you with what you're looking for. Guys, I've learned this over and over and over again. And honestly, it really wasn't until I finally just allowed the 3D to be what it was and actually started to make my home, my inner world, my personal heaven, where I fully accept the truth of that statement. So, what am I asking you guys to do now? Well, I'm asking for you to really leave the 3D alone. And when I say leave the 3D alone, that doesn't mean ignore it. That doesn't mean do everything you can to, not be involved. Obviously, when you're experiencing things, I want you to be present. I just don't want you to use the 3D as a source. It's not the source. It's not the source of anything. And when you use this 3D experience, a dead world, to tell you something, all you're actually doing is taking that thing and assuming it, making it real for you in imagination, because you are always existing in imagination, guys. Always. So I want to make it really clear, because I think a lot of people get confused with thoughts, and people will say, well, what's the difference between thoughts and you telling me thoughts don't matter and what I choose to think about in imagination? Well, the difference really is you're not identified with the thoughts that are coming in through the character. But if you're consciously, intentionally choosing thoughts, then yes, of course they hold power. They're what you choose to see as true for you in imagination. But when thoughts are coming in and you're not identified with them, you're not using them as any source of anything, they cannot affect you. So that's really the difference between the two. Okay? So really, what do we do here, guys? What do we do? Because I think a lot of people will say, I still really want it in my 3D. I understand. Really, all I'm asking you to do is just allow the 3D to be the way that it is. Like, I'm sure by now you guys have realized one thing, and that is you can't control anything by trying to change the 3D. So why don't we just try to approach this in a different way? Why not stop waiting on a mirror to validate you and instead go to the source within? Why not make your real reality the only place that manifestation occurs, by the way, your own personal heaven? Let's just stop denying yourself anything. No more waiting for fulfillment from a dead world. You go to the source and you allow yourself to feel whatever you think that you want to feel out there. No, not to get something out there, but to actually feel good and to live how you've been wanting to live for so long. I can always tell the difference between people who are using imagination as a tool to get something and people who are actually just allowing themselves to enjoy it for what it is, the source, the truth, all that there is. And the thing is, the 3D can tell the difference as well. You can't lie to yourself. You can't lie to yourself. I Am knows exactly what's going on. There's no tricks happening here. It can't be done that way. The 3D can only reflect who you are actually allowing yourself to be. And if you're looking at imagination as something fake, as a tool or a means to an end to get something, that's why you're not experiencing consistency. That's why you're not seeing everything that you want to see in this illusion, in this 3D space. So again, guys, I really am just urging you, if you've been struggling, if you feel like you're still not getting it, maybe something just isn't clicking for you, I'm telling you that this is it. This is it. And remember, I want to make it extremely clear. I have so many clients telling me that, no, I am living in my imagination. I am doing everything. I am giving myself everything. And still, here's the problems. Here's what's going on out here. So that's what you're doing in imagination. You're claiming that I'm doing everything right, but yet nothing's working. That's what you're doing in imagination, guys. Remember, your perception is imagination. Okay? The way that you choose to look at things is imagination. You are reality, guys. You are reality. So you can't trick the 3D world into showing you something that you first aren't aware of being or experiencing for yourself. So yeah, guys, that is really, really it. I don't want to get too deep into it. There's no need to anyways. There really is no need. This is all that matters. This is all that matters. And if you're ready to finally allow yourself to live the life in the way that you wanted to live it, then there's no excuse. There's no excuse for why you can't allow yourself that right now. After everything we've just talked about, you know what to do. And trust me, I understand it might feel scary. It might feel like you're giving up, but that's not how any of this works. Okay? So if you need to listen to this video over and over again, please do. But this is all that matters, guys. At the end of the day, this is really all that there is. You, imagination, I am, the truth, the real reality. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here with me today. I have missed you. I just got a new laptop. So as I am transferring things over onto that, I am filming this little audio. It's just going to be easier because I can upload it from my phone real quick. So I will have this up and there will be another video very, very soon. So thank you guys so much for always being here with me. And I love you all. I hope you have an amazing, amazing week and I will see you soon.